circle's going.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
You can feel the enthusiasm.
Yeah, so much enthusiasm.
I can feel the magic in the room.
Yeah. I can feel it surging through the air tonight.
The topic of today is magic.
Yeah, I know. It's magic.
It's a magical conversation.
Yeah. What are we gonna magic up today?
I used to... There's a song by Heart called Magic Man that when it comes on, it just makes me feel awful.
Okay.
And the reason it hurts is because somebody thought I was magic.
Good thing I didn't know it to sing it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's a magic man, mama. Well, in a world where people didn't understand the relationship she was in, it was a way of her describing me.
Mm.
What became overwhelming is that doesn't describe me.
Right.
Buddhist doesn't describe me. Christian doesn't describe me. Nerd, geek. Any word, I just got so tired of being. Because none of it was me.
Right.
It was attached to whatever people wanted me to be. I'm so tired of being attached to what people want me to be. All I'm trying to do here is tell real stories about human beings. Whether or not that's meaningful, I've got 29, 30 people here that said it was.
I think it's very meaningful.
We did 10 questions with them and they thought, wow. Wow. I didn't know how to take that, though. It sounded like people were telling me I was magic again. That they would be thankful profusely, like somehow I had done this.
Right.
It's a big deal that I'm listening. I should charge because I'm listening to people.
It's not about charging because you're listening, but I understand how you feel about it.
So, a lot of people don't know this, but I've studied some spiritual stuff along the way.
Okay.
I know why this sounds so echoey. I was like, wow, man, I have a power to my voice today. We will turn that speaker off.
We will turn that off.
So, on the Eightfold Path, one of the things is right livelihood. You know, that I got upset with somebody today because they said, well, you have to identify what service you're giving. And the implied part is so you can sell it. And I got angry because I said, what a disgusting world we live in. That when we think of identifying what service we could give to others, our next thought is so that we can charge them for it.
Well, I mean, we don't do direct trades anymore.
No, it's not.
We have a middleman. That's the purpose that money serves.
Money serves the purpose of making greed palpable.
It's the love of money that's a problem.
No, it's beyond that.
You think?
I do. I really do.
Why do you think that?
Because in the end, it's all a measurement of how much could I get.
How?
It's not. It's not a business trying to pay the least possible so they can get profitable. It's not somebody hustling trying to get something for nothing. It's not realtors selling houses and not caring about the people. It's not. It's everybody profiting off each other.
If everyone's in on the game, why is it wrong to play?
If the game is wrong, it's wrong to play. See the problem? Well, but I get that the game is we run over each other and we don't take care of each other, and we're supposed to identify how to charge each other. And no one's willing to go up, but everybody's playing the game. That's like the worst excuse ever. Well, but everybody's mean. Everybody's a jerk.
Well,
I get to do it because everybody does it.
It's not that.
It's
But
not? What is it then?
it's
What is it?
without the game, there is no survival.
No, 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 no. They've just figured out a way to charge you for survival. To sell you your water, your air, the things you need to live. In America, it's worse. To literally sell you the drugs you need to live. To put a gun to your head and go, here are your options. Will you give us your money or will you die?
I mean, yes, there are countless options. I mean, countless examples of people
Show me a good one.
screwing each other over.
Show me
and
a good example of where somebody got money. Not somebody gave money. Somebody got money.
somebody got money.
Yeah,
What
give
do
me
you
a
mean?
good example where it's, you know what, for the betterment of all, we've made billionaires.
Someone cooked food, and they sold it.
It's more meaningful, but you're still charging somebody to live.
How do you? Okay, what's the alternative then?
What's-
What is the alternative?
It's that Amish tech thing I was talking about yesterday. The reality is we need to leave the system. The system's fucked. The game, as you so call it, doesn't work. The game is a bad game.
How do you get enough people to not play?
You have to give them a better option.
Okay.
You have to infect them. You have to do what I'm doing. You have to make them realize they're connected again. You have to make it so taking from each other hurts. Because that's all it is. I mean, the only thing I've been willing to buy into is the idea that at least, okay, if the corporations are just going to give me money for the fact people are watching me, that's just stupid and unsustainable, but okay. Streams.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all built on the idea of advertisement. How much can I take from them?
So how's that not wrong?
Oh, I fight with it. The only thing that makes me feel better about it is the audience and I are not involved with the hypocrisy. It's the only thing that makes me feel better about that. That as I see Smog sitting on his pile of gold, if he wants to hand out a little bit for the entertainment of the people, of the masses, what a goodly Lord he is to us. To allow us entertainment, oh how sweet. And charging for everything else. You know, that the wealthy, and by wealthy folks, I want you to understand something. You got less than 10 mil in the bank, you got nothing. You got nothing. You are closer to me than you are to a billionaire.
I don't think that that's true, though. If you have
No.
less than 10 mil in the bank,
Wait, that's because
I
you
don't
want to
think that's
fight it.
true.
Would you like me to explain?
Yes. Explain.
Okay, count from 10 million to 1 billion. Okay, count from 0 to 10 million. Sorry, guys. You're in the 10 million. You're
Well, my point is,
you're what's left
my
of our
point
middle.
is,
No,
with
you're
10
what's.
million, with 10 million,
Yes.
you're more than comfortable, though.
No, my
you are
point
more
is,
than comfortable with 10 million.
you are the old traditional upper middle class.
You're still more than comfortable, though.
Aw, are they good? Good. I'm so happy for them. At least they think they're rich. I mean, while everybody else that actually has money is playing games with it. That they moved all of their money out of a rambunctious stock market to petroleum. Ooh, what can we do to raise those prices? Oh, but who's going to pay for that?
I don't know.
You haven't been to the gas tank? Oh, that's right. You don't have... Yeah, no, it's us. For the record, it's us.
Okay.
It's us.
I got you.
It's us they're taking it from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Every minute, every day. Every bit of light in this room.
Mm-hmm. So how
But
do you
okay,
change
if
it?
you want to believe the 10 million, the guys that have $10 million that feel really good about themselves are rich, lie to yourself. They are. They're proud of it. They've got a toehold. What if people helped each other because they thought it was the right thing to do? What if when people's thought of,
That's a really good idea, but
What
I
if-
don't know that humans are like that. I don't know that humans are like that. I don't know if.
gee, I've talked to
you
every
could get
single
enough
one, and
humans
you know
behind
what?
that.
Give them to me one at a time. 7.5 billion, line me up. Because I got 30 interviews with different people here that say that's a lie. That says the problem is people hate themselves so much and are so afraid somebody might take something from them, they're scrabbling for all they're worth and trying to take what they can get. Because everybody plays the game. There's nothing magic about that. I'm just pointing out reality here. I'm having a real conversation about the real situation as opposed to the bullshit.
So why'd you call it magic?
Because I'm not. Nothing magic about it. There ain't no fucking magic in this world. There's stuff we don't understand. There ain't no magic. I'm not magic. When I see the word magic, I cringe.
Why?
It means that somehow, woo, I'm going to make it happen. I will. That doesn't make me magic.
That doesn't track.
I know, right?
You just said that means somehow, woo, I'm gonna make it happen, and then you said there's no magic, and now that doesn't track.
Now you can see the problem in my head, don't you?
Yep.
Everybody else believes in me. And that's magic. Shit just happens. You've been in those situations. We're waiting on Matt to be magic right now. But it's what we're all waiting on. That's the pressure.
Right.
Why hasn't Matt been magic yet? He'll fix it somehow. He always does. Everybody knows that. That's crazy, isn't it?
It's a little bit crazy.
It's a lot to carry, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you know you're not magic.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you need to change the world? What if you can look outside and go, that ain't a winnable game and it's not sustainable. It's he who takes the most wins. It's called King of the Hill, and nobody plays it after about grade school. The argument is, I don't think humans can be good to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, we suck. We suck hard. We suck hard.
Have you heard?
We're bad. We're not bad. I wouldn't even say bad. We're just not good.
What if you're stuck in a world where what you can see in people is their very divinity and potential?
That's rough. It's a rough way to see things.
What if as they hit you in the face, you don't know how to not turn? There was a religious guy said something like, turn the other cheek and take the next punch.
That's a rough life.
Somebody's got to.
Well, that's a difficult path.
Somebody's got to change it. Somebody's got to change this. We either grow up as a species or we die as a species. Let me say that again for anybody not watching. We either grow up as a species or we die as a species. As we spend every moment identifying all of the external threats, the internal threat is the only one and the rest is symptomatic. The people of the world have devalued themselves. The people at the top don't feel good. The people at the bottom don't feel good. Everybody needs to be medicated for depression and anxiety, if not a variety of other mental illnesses. Or they just haven't gone and gotten one yet. God, that just doesn't sound like a good way for a planet to live, does it? What kind of adult thinking could we apply to this? Could we go with, Well, yeah, but it's all we know. Or should we try to change it?
You constantly try and do better. You constantly try and change your situation because that's the only situation you
Your
can change.
situation? The only situation that matters is yours.
Well, I mean,
You can focus on your well-being, I guess, but
if everyone worked towards actively not harming other people, if everyone worked towards actively changing their own situation.
I'm telling you, you're missing it, and this is all symptoms of something that we're not dealing with.
What do you mean?
Your internal valuation of yourself is why you don't value others more. It's a projection. Flat and simple, it's a projection.
I think you can value other people and still focus on your situation. I think you can do both.
Truly be present for them?
Yes.
I'm not saying not value your situation, but your suggestion was the only
No,
situation
I didn't say not value your situation.
But you said your situation was the only one you can change.
I said yes, focus on changing your
No,
situation.
you are the only thing you can change. Your situation has nothing to do with that.
You can change your situation.
No, your situation is external. You have no control over that. You are lying to yourself. What you have control over is how you react to the situation. The external.
Well, my point is that
I need things.
That can only change due to your reactions.
So that
your
doesn't sound like...
Your situation can only change due to your actions.
Your situation can't change. You don't have any control over that.
You can change it. Oh my God.
You can only change how it affects you.
Well, my
or
point
you can
is,
live a miserable life trying to force your ability on the situation.
You can't change where you are currently, but you can change where you will be in the future. That's
if you step on some people.
No, you don't have to step on people to do that.
So how do you get there?
I'm not quite sure. I'm still trying to figure that out.
You don't really know yet.
Yeah, I don't.
Me neither. I'm not mad.
No, me neither.
Please understand that we're really just trying. I am desperately trying to have this conversation.
I get it.
That when you talk about right livelihood, I'm not going to sell the fact that I'm sharing my experience. I'm not going to sell the fact that we work with musicians. I'm not. I have suggested to the musicians that if they put stuff out in a way where it's billable, hey, if you want to toss a couple pennies towards the studio, that'd be beautiful. Right? That's the only thing I've said. It's the only thing I've said about any of it.
Right.
Because I'm not magic and I do need their help.
Right.
I'm telling you, at the bottom of every chat window, every day, every time we come on, no matter the show now, it says, click here to support Matt Hayes' story at Studio 586B. Thank you, Josh. Thanks, Mom. At least it saves me reading a lot of names.
Right.
But in our country, the idea that I'm asking for money suggests that I'm begging. I'm not. Sorry. Those of you waiting, no. No. And I'm not going to try.
I don't think begging is the way to fix it.
I don't either. But that's what it takes.
I don't think it does.
Go talk to your nonprofit guy. Ask him how he raises money. I ask. I get it. That's not a judgment. It's I'm showing you the wall I hit. I'm going, this is the wall. That and it boils up a lot currently. That since Memorial Day, I don't know how to deal with it. And there have been a number of fun in between here and there just to kind of keep me on the groove. But the reality is that I'm not good at receiving support. Because I don't believe in me.
Right.
not magic.
I don't think you
So
have to
I'm
believe
supposed
in magic.
Well, no, but I'm supposed to find people to support me because they believe in me. God, I bet that imposter syndrome hits pretty hard.
Right.
Meanwhile, my meditate. Am I in any kind of good place?
No. You were watching the news earlier.
That's always a bad sign.
I was meditating because I felt like I was in a weird place and I needed to not be in a weird place.
I brought weird place with me. Sorry.
That's okay. That's also part of the reason why I wanted to go
Oh, were you like,
meditate.
I'm going to have to go
No,
meditate?
'cause
He is obviously off.
I walked past and I saw the news was on and I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to go meditate because I'm going to have to be in a good place.
Right. Right. Loaded gun on the table.
Yes.
No one gets that. Do you know what is true 100% of the time
What is?
in gun killings?
What?
Someone had a gun. Just facts,
Accurate,
man.
yeah.
60% of the time it works 100% of the time. No, it's 60% of the time it works every time. That's powerful. I'm not a person that's all about taking away guns. I'm not. I don't know what the answer is there. I know that if there's a gun in the room, there's a higher likelihood of somebody getting killed by it. And I don't mean that in some like deep way. I mean that like, hey, look, I'm not magic. These are just...
I'm probably going to learn how to use one. And when I get a house, I'll probably have one in my home, but I won't be like carrying it all the time. Like I'm probably not going to be that paranoid, but
now you've identified why people are carrying guns. Do you know why people are carrying guns?
they're scared.
Of what? Other people carrying guns.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This sounds like a vicious circle that doesn't have an end.
Yeah.
Is the answer everybody should have a gun?
I don't know.
Is that the end result of your answer, though?
That is, yeah, maybe.
So in the end, the Wild West. High noon.
Depends.
Well, no,
It depends.
Have you ever... Okay,
Well, actually, yeah. The Wild West is an accurate way of describing that because it's not all. It's in the Wild West. Seemed like from the way that they describe it in movies, everybody had a gun, and
rattlesnakes. What can I say?
What do you mean?
There's other stuff to shoot too, at least thankfully. These days there aren't as many buffalo to hunt down.
We got ranges now. We're highfalutin.
No, it's
Highfalutin and shooting, rooting too.
America's gonna have to realize guns on the table. We ain't seen nothing yet, and we're seeing some horrible things. But the gun's on the table. You know, we could solve this with a gun. Oof, that's gonna run into another vicious circle. You know, let's arm the teachers. That might have prevented.
That's the one that really.
You know, I knew my teachers actually. If they decided to pack, I probably would have been okay.
Really?
There's some teachers, you know, maybe not.
Well, then again, yeah, like I figure most teachers would probably like not shoot their kids.
I feel Father Bennett had the self-control that he still would have just put gum in our hair. Mr. Hayes,
kids probably act better.
If you do not write down the proper questions,
I will
have to shoot you. He would never. A little violence from the priest was considered acceptable, but not too much.
Okay.
A little gum in the hair, a little get the top button. I miss you, Monsignor Bennett. I wish I could speak to you again.
There was a disciplinary teacher at our school, and he would sub sometimes, but most of the time he was just there to discipline kids, and he made me and my friend work out all day for talking at lunch, because we weren't allowed to talk at lunch, and we both talked. Yeah, I know, right? It's a bit much.
I watched Taps yesterday.
It's a bit much.
And Taps is one of the... Okay, Taps Taps is the song they play when somebody passes away.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I always lose it at the end though.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's
But
a hard one to do. I'm just impressed you made it so far.
So they're in this private school, and they believe strongly in honor, and I believe strongly in honor.
Right.
Your honor is your own inviolate. It is the thing that you can define.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most important thing you have.
Mm-hmm.
It's the piece that's separate from... This is when we talk about whether you need empathy or whether you need religion to be good to people.
Mm-hmm.
Honor. Value yourself enough to have empathy for others. Have an honor to stand by your word, to stand by your humanity. Because our humanity defines us. And I hate to tell you this, we're all evil thing. Show anybody a puppy and I can tell you, no, they've got empathy. Short of the... And those of you that don't like puppies. But do you follow me? That there's some natural things that suggest that your answer isn't right. That when we talk to people, that when we watch people's reactions, they want something to care about. Part of that's they don't want to feel alone anymore. That they want to be accepted.
They want to be heard.
I mean, we have a whole political party that is kind of being motivated right now by the fact that the people that thought they were special were told they're not. And they don't know how to deal with that.
Shoot, I think...
Who made them not special?
I think that's most of people, is realizing constantly that they're not as special as they think they are. Most people are constantly realizing that they're not as special as they think.
Wouldn't you say that's the North American fight right now?
I would say that's the global fight.
Yeah, people, I'm not special.
People all around the world going, oh, snap, I'm not as special as I thought. And most of the people that are content with life already know that.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of fighting for specialness.
No, I'm saying most of the people that are already content. Because if you're a content person, you're not going to go around fighting people and just starting stuff.
But the majority of people are just trying to survive in a bad situation called, what'd you call it, the game?
Yes. Or life, or whatever you want to call it.
But that's, well, no, that the game part was why we were allowed to take from each other. That's why we're allowed to go, yeah, they're starving over there, but we're doing good here.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when you extend that out, you go, oh. So those people don't get to eat over there, so that, right?
Right.
Now, I will say this. Starvation levels in our world are lower than they've ever been. Good news, there's more forest on the planet than there's ever been.
Oh, really?
Well, no, the amount of forest on this planet's been going up since the 80s.
Oh.
That if you report globally based on satellite, the number's up. If you...
I thought we had a problem with that.
There's a huge problem in Brazil.
Okay.
And say those trees weren't getting cut down.
Right.
I said overall.
Overall, yeah, I got you.
So, volume of tree coverage in the world.
Right.
The funny thing is, we can't get accurate answers on amount of coverage like that from countries because they give false answers and they give lower answers because they want to get funding to help rebuild forests.
So basically, they're...
They want the money.
Yeah.
They want the money.
Yeah.
Not because they want to plant trees. Not because they want their children to know shade they never knew. But because, you know what? They can put that money in their pocket.
Do you know who's giving it out?
What do you mean?
Out of curiosity, do you know who's giving it out? Like, who's loaning these people money to build trees?
There's a global fund to end deforestation, World Wildlife Fund. There's 1 million nonprofits that are taking in a ton of money just for that purpose.
Okay.
And I'm not down in the nonprofits. I'm down in the fake numbers. And I'm not even down in the fake numbers. Hey, it's the game. You know what? You got to play it.
Well, here's the thing about
But it's the game.
Here's the thing about the game. I don't think that there's as much of... I don't think that every aspect of the game is evil or reprehensible. I think there are
Is
certain
taking
parts
things
that are
from other people
terrible.
bad?
Is taking things from other people bad?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're giving something, that's different.
Oh.
It's a different situation.
Okay.
And it depends.
So if you can help them, it's okay to charge them. Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
sucks, doesn't
That's
it?
how that tracks, yes.
Yeah. Falls apart.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it falls apart because you take into account like time and stuff like that, and the
So
way
it's
that
okay
we
for
val-
diabetics
the
to
way
die
that
because
we
they can't
value
afford their insulin.
No, that's
Well,
not
no,
okay.
yeah, that's okay.
That's not okay. You don't have to make it all or nothing. It's not
No,
all or nothing.
it's not all or nothing.
It's not all or nothing. I'm saying certain things are okay.
Oh, okay, which things?
Which things?
Yeah, let's find a line.
In my head, it's merch. It's I'm giving you a service.
So if you
or
can
I
convince people
spent
to
some
buy
time-
something they don't need,
No.
does it have value to them then?
It depends.
No,
I mean,
if they're going to pay you, it has value to them, right?
yes. I mean, I don't really care if it has value to them per se. If
As long as you get their money.
If someone is willing to pay for
As long as you get what?
Okay. I see your point.
As long as you can figure out a way where everybody feels good.
Yes.
You can build Amazon.
Yes. Does Amazon have a lot of problems? Yes. Very much so. A lot of problems that definitely need fixed. And I think it's up to people.
Is it bad
It's
for
up
somebody
to
to sit on that
people-
many billions of dollars?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. But you said
Undeniably
Amazon was
so.
okay.
No, I didn't say it's okay to just sit on your money. I don't think that's okay.
What else are you going to do with it?
Spend it. Use it.
You
Help other
literally could
people.
spend millions of dollars a day and not spend that amount of money in those people's lifetime.
Then spend more. It seems to...
Buy more things you don't need?
No, don't buy things you don't need. Just help people.
Ooh.
Find ways to help people.
But you could probably charge them for that if you figure out what the service is.
No, that's
I mean,
not
that
the
way
point.
you could add prescription drugs,
That's
for
not
instance,
the
to
point.
Amazon.
That's not the point.
They did.
That's not the point.
Then what's the point?
The point is to help people for the sake of helping people.
Ooh, I like that. How much should we charge them?
That's two different things. There's providing a service, and then there's helping people. Helping people is different from providing a service.
Helping people is different from giving people service.
Yes.
So the idea that I'm driven by my service, I should be able to charge for that. How could I charge people for helping them?
I mean, I don't exactly know where the moral lines are on these things. I just know that
I don't either. That's
for
the record, those of you out here, the real reason we're having this conversation is it's a moral dilemma I'm in.
Yes.
I feel it
understand
deeply. I literally have people that I think that if I were to ask them and go, hey, I want some of your money, as long as I was willing to show up and say it, they'd be fine. But I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I need it. The studio needs it.
Yeah.
I want there to be more voices. I think actually bringing people into connection with each other globally.
Do you think it ever comes down to you having a tough time asking for help in general?
Oh, I roll that dilemma around in my head too. I do. I've beat myself up for not being comfortable enough to ask for alms. Absolutely. Now, I will say this. I have thought about the idea that if somebody wanted me to go talk somewhere and they wanted there to be available a spot for people to give donations, I'd do that. Add Moss.
Mm-hmm.
A different method of support. We have to change what we're doing. The more we say this is the way it is, so that's the way it is, the less we move forward. The more the world changes us, the less we change the world.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't fight it, I give in. If I give in, I'm part of the problem that I'm trying to change.
Right.
That my suggestion is if people believe in something, and I'm not even talking about me, throw a real party, throw a Zoom party, introduce them like they matter.
Right.
As a person. What disgusts me, what left me sick in the corporate world was the belief that you should always treat people as money first and people second. Les, I see you out there, brother. We can maybe talk after the show at some point. I've got therapy today. The point is changing the way we do business. Changing the way we think. I am a man whose back was hurt and covered it with Aflac, and the second they knew that there was more going on, I lost all support, which didn't surprise me on the basis that for years I'd been having the people money fight with bad management.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. That's going to get me in trouble. Hope that doesn't get repeated around the office, whoever checks this out. I don't mean it as I'm telling you that that's great for the success of a business and bad for humanity. Did Grayson come see you?
Yeah, he did.
We have cats galore.
We do.
Shogun and Grayson are both in the room. Oh, Grayson is going to make a real appearance. Come here, bud. For those of you that don't know, this is Grayson. Or as I like to think of him sometimes, Archimedes 2.
Archimedes 2.
He is
RC2.
magic. Come here. Come on. You want to sit on my lap? I tell you right now, Shuggy's watching you. Okay. The point is, this is not sustainable. In my head, no, the end goal has to be that you build communities that are willing to leave the current system. Communities based on the idea of being there for each other. I always laugh. In my head, I always thought it should be called Terraform, a boring simulation. And so because if any of you have ever played SimCity 2000 or SimCity anywhere along the line, you build these communities that then eventually leave for Mars or the moon, I forget, but there's a rocket.
Right.
The part they haven't thought about as far as Mars is the fact that, no, you really have to figure out how to build a community that can withstand those kind of traumas. Really.
Right.
Here's the hard part. It can't be based on money. You'll have to pull together.
Right.
This is where humans are going. Or dying. If they don't change. That we fight endlessly over imaginary lines drawn by people that want to maintain power. And we buy into the idea that the people on the other side are a part of the wrong team. Have you ever run into that in all of these people we've talked to? No,
really,
they're
no.
just people.
Most people are just people. That's the good part.
All people are just people. We've done this before. Your icons, guess what, people? All of those people you put on those pedestals too high to achieve what they've done were people just like you and I. And I get that my railing against money is not overly productive as far as raising money.
Whew, you can say that twice.
I went off the other day for over, God only knows how long, because somebody referred to what I'm doing as a hobby. No, this is my actual life. It's on air.
Mm-hmm.
If this looks like a hobby, come enjoy the fun. I'll ask you 10 questions. And that's the thing. Give me an hour, I'll ask you 10 questions. Because it's meaningful to see people as people instead of seeing them as money, potential or otherwise, merch or otherwise. It changes the way you see other human beings once you see them as a potential profit. Because they're no longer people. That it's easy to start a war in Ukraine if you don't care about human lives. You know? All of these things we see are a symptom of what I'm talking about. People taking from people because they're so afraid that they're not going to get theirs. People lost inside, sure they're all alone and that nobody cares about them. Sure that the game is against them, so they may as well play it. But the breakthrough was the epiphany. I know, epiphanies. It sounds so much better than epiphany. Breakfast epiphanies. I heard the same answers from like 8 and 9-year-olds as to why they thought they could be mean to each other. I saw where that answer came from.
Well,
it's the answer of little children.
I'm going to try my best to somewhat minimally play the game until I don't have to play the game
Dude,
anymore.
for the record, no, and let me say this. That doesn't mean don't play the game. That doesn't mean you guys don't have to find a way to survive. I don't.
Well, no, it's.
I can't live and not try to change
There
this.
are some things that I don't really feel comfortable with doing anymore. That I would have charged for before, that I would have felt more comfortable charging for.
I would never charge for sex again.
That the point is identifying it differently. The problem is this current consistency means I have to look at people as their potential or not survive.
I don't think that's the case. I think you help people just to help people, and
I think that's appropriate.
I think that you'll find more people are going to help you than you think.
I tend to agree. But that's not what I see. A world of what can I get, with no respect for who could they be.
There's a thing that Gary Vee sometimes talks about, and it's funny that I'm using a Gary Vee talking point, but he talks about how when you help people, you can't expect anything in return, because as soon as you begin to expect something, and as soon as you begin to want something,
it's no longer right work.
It's not gonna be as meaningful when you get some help back. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be people helping you because they want to help you. It's gonna be people helping you because you expected them to help you.
I don't expect anybody to help me, but I want to help.
Right.
It's reality. Hey, really, a different method of support. However that means, whatever that means to you. Introduce people to people. You know what? Be active. You know what? The reality is, yes. At some point, the game has to be played, and yes, finances have to come in or the lights will go off. The problem is I'm not magic, bud. Magic would let me see how it works instead of me falling into the next bed of roses that we find. But don't forget I'm magic. Don't worry, we'll fix it. I'm not magic. I am magic. I'm not magic. I am magic. I am magic. And we have a 9 a.m. on Saturday. And we'll be back on Tuesday.